I am Dr. W. B. Gurnale from Kamla Nehru Mahavidyalaya, Nagpur. Today we are going to discuss the coordination compound, chapter number 9. And in this, already we have discussed in coordination compound what are the different terms in coordination compound. That is, what is complex ion, what are the coordination compound, and after that also we have seen what is coordination sphere, and also we have seen the types of ligand and difference between double side and the coordination compound. And also we have in the last lecture we have discussed about the that is the Werner's theory of coordination compound, and after that also we have discussed what are the different types of complexes depending upon the nature of ligand and depending upon the type of ligand present, so they can be classified into different types, that is homoleptic, heteroleptic. Also the ligand can be three types: cationic, or complexes may be cationic complex or anionic complex or neutral complexes. And also we have discussed the how to write the name of the coordination compound by using the IUPAC nomenclature method. So by using IUPAC nomenclature, different rules are there. By using all these rules to write the names, so we can write the name of the coordination compound or the complexes. And now today we are going to discuss the aspect of coordination compound, that is, first of all we are discussing what is effective atomic number concept or EAN rule. This rule was given by Sidgwick, and he has given the concept of this EAN, and that is the EAN is nothing but the total number of electrons associated with the central metal ion after complex formation. So this EAN can be calculated, and sometimes it is observed that this EAN value is equal to the atomic number of nearest noble gas element. So in this way we can calculate. Some examples also we are going to take in this case, and also after that we are taking what is isomer, what is isomerism, and two types of isomerisms are there. One is a stereoisomers and second is a structural isomer. So on different types of isomerism, that is stereoisomers are two types: geometrical and optical isomers, and their examples also we are going to see in today's presentation. And also structural isomers are there of different types. This part we will take in next lecture. So isomerism in coordination compound and the EAN concept in the coordination compound, this part we are discussing in today's presentation. So today's topic is the coordination compound, chapter number 9, and here today we are discussing the topics are given here: EAN rule, isomerism in coordination compound, that is stereoisomers, and stereoisomers are two types: geometrical and optical isomers. So this part we are discussing in today's presentation. And here now what is effective atomic number, or also known as EAN rule. So this concept was given by Sidgwick, and effective atomic number is the total number of electrons associated with the metal atom after complex formation. Sidgwick is the scientist have given this concept and shows that many metal atom, in case of many metal atom, the effective atomic number is the atomic number of next inert gas. In some cases it may be 1 or 2 unit less or more. So those are having EAN value similar equal to the noble gas atomic number of the element, then that element or that complex obey the EAN rule. If it is less or more than atomic number of noble gas element, then they do not obey the EAN rule. So whether the complex obey or not obey EAN rule, that we are going to see here. For any metal atom, EAN may be calculated by using the formula. So here formula is given, and this formula is EAN equals to number of electron of metal ion plus total number of electron donated by the ligands, and this is equals to the atomic number of metal Z minus number of electron lost by the metal to form the ion X plus number of electron donated by ligand Y. So in short we can write EAN equals to Z minus X plus Y. So this is the formula. So Z is the atomic number of that element in the metal, and X is the number of electron lost by the metal, and Y is the number of electron donated by the ligand. One example is also here we are taking. Consider the example of hexaamine cobalt 3 plus complex. So this is the example of the complex. So actually this is the bracket should be here. So this square bracket, in the bracket CONH3 6 3 plus. So this is the complex, and for this oxidation state of cobalt is +3. As we have seen how to calculate oxidation state, ammonia is the neutral ligand, and therefore charge present on the complex 3 plus is the oxidation number or oxidation state of metal. So 3 plus here means cobalt have oxidation state +3. So, and there are 6 ligands, ammonia are 6 ligands are there. So they donate total 12 electrons. So as per the formula Z minus X plus Y, we can write here EAN of the cobalt 3 plus equals to atomic number 27 minus 3 electron loss, 3 plus charge is there means 3 electron loss, minus 3 plus 12 electrons donated by the 6 ligand. Each ligand donate 1 electron pair means 2 electrons. So 6 ligands are there, total 12 electrons. So 27 minus 3, 24 plus 12, 36. So 36 is the atomic number of nearest noble gas, and that is the krypton. So in this way we can calculate the AN value for any complex ion. And some more examples we are going to take here, and that is by using this AN rule the value of AN can be calculated. So here this is the table shows, this is the complex FeCN6 4-, hexacyanoferrate FeCN6 4-, hexacyanoferrate 2 complex. So here in this metal, in this complex ion, Fe is a +2 state, and coordination number is 6 because 6 ligand attached. So formula is Z minus N. We can also use Z minus X plus Y, or we can also use this formula that is similar to that, Z minus N plus 2 into Cn. This is simplest one. That is, Z is the atomic number, N is the number of electron lost by the metal, and Cn is the coordination number 6 into 2 because one ligand gives 2 electrons, so 2 into Cn. So in this complex of FeCN6 4-, atomic number is 26, number of electron lost is 2, here 2 plus charge is there of metal, plus 12, coordination number is 6, so 6 into 2, 12. So 26 minus 2, 12 is coming 36, and it is the atomic number of krypton, noble gas element, and therefore this complex obey EAN rule. Another example is given here, hexaamine cobalt 3 plus complex. This is positive, so the hexaamine cobalt 3 complex. So this is the name, and in this cobalt is the metal and have 3 plus charge. Again, now as we know, ammonia is the neutral, and therefore they have 0 charge. So complex ion having 3 plus, so 3 plus is the oxidation state or oxidation number of the cobalt metal. So in the second example, again same formula, atomic number is 27, minus 3 because metal have 3 plus charge, so minus 3, 3 electron lost, plus 12 because coordination number is 6, 2 into Cn, 12. So 27 minus 3 plus 12, 36 is the AN value. So this is again the atomic number of krypton. So again this complex obey AN rule. In case of palladium 4 plus, so palladium Cl4 tetrachloropalladium, palladate, because it is a part of negative ion. Coordination number is here should be 6, so here should be a 6, okay. So it is calculated, here is not this Cl6, so hexachlor, and the coordination number again 6 here, so 46 is the atomic number of the palladium, minus 4 because in this 4 plus is the charge, and so 46 minus 4 plus 12, 6 ligands are there, 6 into 2n, so 54 is the atomic number. So atomic number of xenon, so this is 54. Another example is iridium, hexafluoroiridium. So coordination number 6, in this iridium 3 plus is the charge. So here again atomic number of iridium is 77, minus 3 because 3 plus charge is there, plus 12 because 6 is the coordination number. So 86 is the atomic number of radon. Similarly platinum 4, here hexaamine platinum 4, so here is the 4 plus charge. Coordination number 6, 78 is the atomic number of platinum, minus 4 plus 12, so 86 radon. And now in case of this tetra echo copper complex copper 2, so in this copper 2 plus is the charge. So coordination number 4. 29 is the atomic number of copper, minus 2 plus 8 because 4. 2 into 4, 4 into 2, 8. So 35. 29 minus 2, 27 plus 8, 35. So 1 unit less. So sometimes the AN value calculation after that, some may be less or more than that. In case of nickel, coordination number is 4. So 28 is the atomic number, minus 2 plus 8, 34. In case of this chromium complex, hexamin chromium 3 plus, so 24 atomic number of chromium, minus 3 because 3 plus charge, plus 12 because 6 ligands are there, and 33. In this case, these are not obeying, these complexes not obey the AN rule. Another hexamin nickel 2 plus, coordination number 6, atomic number 28, minus 2, 12, 38. So it is greater than that. So 36, 38, 33, 34, 35. These complexes obey the AN rule, and last 4 complexes do not obey this AN rule. So this is the some examples. So we can calculate by using this formula of AN. We can calculate the effective atomic number for the particular complex N. And again now, what is the use of this AN concept? So the concept of effective atomic number help us to understand coordinating tendencies of the metal. For example, those metal ions which require 12 electrons to reach next inert gas configuration, for example Fe3 plus, cobalt 2 plus, platinum 4 plus, etc., show the coordinate number 6. Those which require 8 electrons for this purpose, for example Cu plus 1, zinc 2 plus, they show coordination number 4. So whether coordination number 4 or 6, this can be understood by the use of this concept EAN, effective atomic number, given by the Sidgwick. So this is simple method given by the Sidgwick, but Sidgwick theory cannot explain some points, and these points are: when electron pair donated to the cobaltic ion, the negative ion negative charge should not accumulate on the cobaltic ion. Another is that cobaltic ion accepts 12 electrons while it does not have completely equivalent orbital to get the electrons. So this is another point. And the next point is that it does not explain directional nature of the bonds. And this Sidgwick theory concept does not explain stability of those complexes where inert gas configuration is not achieved. So this is not given any idea about these points. So in this case the noble gas point is achieved, but in this case there is they cannot achieve the noble gas configuration. So these are some points which is not cleared by the AAN rule. So we can also say these are some limitations of this rule. Now next part we are going to see, that is the isomerism in coordination compounds. And now in the case of isomerism, as we know, what is isomer? Isomers are the compound having same molecular formula but have different structures, and this process is known as the isomerism. And isomers are two types: stereoisomers and structural isomers. And stereoisomers are again now two types: geometrical isomers and optical isomers. Geometrical isomers are also known as distereoisomer, or optical isomers are also known as enantiomers. And these optical isomers are so these are the two types of stereoisomers, and structural isomers are four types: linkage isomer, coordination isomer, ionization isomer, solvate isomers. So these are the this is the one flow chart of this isomerism present in the coordination compound. Again, as we know that isomerism found mostly in the carbon containing compounds, but it is not limited to only carbon. Some inorganic compound also show the isomerism, and generally it is observed that coordination number 4 and 6 shows this type of isomerism, both, that is stereoisomers and structural isomers. So one by one we are discussing all these isomers. So in the next slide, now here it is shown what is isomerism in coordination compound. So we can say that now what is isomerism, that isomers that we have seen. What is isomerism is a process also we have seen. The two or more chemical compounds with identical chemical formula but different structures are known as isomer, and the phenomena is known as isomerism. This phenomena is not restricted to carbon compound, but inorganic compound also show some isomerism. And in coordination compound, ligands are arranged in a specific orientation around a given metal atom or ion, and for example octahedral geometry, tetrahedral geometry or square planar geometry. And many isomeric possibilities are there depending upon the position and arrangement of ligand around the metal ion, and therefore isomers can be classified broadly into two types. One is stereoisomer and second is structural isomers. And here what is now the stereoisomers, that is a stereoisomers and structural isomers are the two types. And what is now the stereoisomers? So we can say that these isomers contain same atom and the same atom to atom binding, but differ only in the spatial arrangement of atom or group about the central metal atom. They have the same atom but they differ only in the arrangement of atom or groups about the central metal atom. It is possible only in the complexes with coordination number 4 or greater than 4. And two important stereoisomers are there, and these two important stereoisomers are shown here: geometrical isomers and optical isomers. So stereoisomers are two types. What is stereoisomer, that we have seen. Now there are two types of stereoisomers: geometrical isomer and optical isomers. So what is now geometrical isomer? So we can say that this geometrical isomer of stereoisomerism arises in the coordination compound due to the differences in geometrical arrangement of the ligand around the central metal ion. If the same kind of ligand occupy position adjacent to each other, it is known as siege form. If these are opposite to each other, it is known as the trans form. So we can say that this kind of isomerism is also known as cis-trans isomerism. And this type of isomerism is very common in coordination complexes with coordination number 4 and 6. So this is the geometrical isomers. So geometrical isomers are two types, cis and trans, depending upon the type of arrangement of the ligands. So similar, same atoms are present on the same one side, so it is cis, opposite side then trans. So now what is cis-trans isomer? So cis isomers are those identical ligands occupy adjacent position. Trans isomer, identical ligands occupy opposite positions. So cis and trans isomers have different properties, and the cis-trans isomers observed in square planar and octahedral complex. In case of square planar, the coordination number is 4. In octahedral complex, coordination number is 6. So now we are seeing here, see the what is cis-trans isomer in square planar complexes. The square planar complex of the type Ma2B2, 4 ligands are there, 2 ligands of A type, 2 ligands of B type, and Ma2BC. So 2 ligands of A type and BC are the different types. Exist as a cis and trans isomer, where A, B, C are the monodentate ligand and M is the metal. So one example is shown here. What is cis isomer and trans isomer? So in this case, the platinum NH2 Cl2, this is the complex, dichlorodiamine platinum complex, and this is the type of this type, Ma2B2 type. This complex is of Ma2B2 type. So this is the platinum central atom and 2 ammonia and 2 Cl. So 2 ammonia are on the same site, adjacent site. So it is known as cis isomer. And what is now, in case of this same arrangement, but only the position is changed here. Cl and ammonia are as it is, only the ammonia present here come to this side, Cl come to this. So this is changed, and now ammonia are on opposite side. So this is called trans. So cis isomer, trans isomer. Two groups are on the adjacent cis. 2 are opposite, so it is trans. So there are two types of isomerism, cis and trans isomer. These are known as geometrical isomerism. Now, cis isomer is more soluble in water as compared to trans isomer. The cis isomer is named cisplatin, is an anti-cancer drug, while the trans isomer is a physiologically inactive. And the cis isomer is polar with non-zero dipole moment. So they are polar and they have the dipole moment value. As compared to the trans isomer has zero dipole moment. As a result, why they have trans isomer have zero dipole moment? Because two opposite shown here the example, two opposite bonds, that is platinum Cl and platinum ammonia, bond moment cancel each other, and therefore it is shown one example of this type of cis and trans isomer. This is the example. Platinum is the metal, ammonia, water, Cl2. 4 ligands are there, and this is the example of this type, Ma2Bc type. We have seen first example, and this is the Ma2Bc type. Bc means these two ligand monodentate. All these are the monodentate ligand, and A2 means here two ligands are there, Cl2 and ammonia A2Bc. So 3 types of ligands are there. And arrangement now here. This is the cis isomer because similar atoms are present on the one side, they are present adjacent. See now here Cl, cis isomer. Here Cl, now position is changed. Ammonia come to there, Cl comes here. So what is Cl present oppositely. So cis isomer, and this is the trans isomer. And 4 coordinate tetrahedral complexes do not show cis trans isomer. Tetrahedral complexes generally not showing any this type of cis trans isomer. Only the square planar complexes, these are the square planar complexes, can show the cis and trans isomers. And here now cis trans isomer in octahedral complex, that is what we have seen the square planar complex. So now we can say that the octahedral complexes of the type Ma4B2, 4 ligands are there of A type and 2 ligands of B type. Or another type is there, Ma4BC or MAA2B2. These 2 ligands are there because this is bidentate ligand. So AA is a bidentate ligand, the ethylene diamine like that, oxalate. So they are showing cis isomer and trans isomer with coordination number 6. Octahedral complex have coordination number 6. So in this case, this is the example, CONH3,4Cl2. This is the type Ma4B2, Ma4B2 type. So in this case, cobalt, 4 ligands are of one type. So see now here, 4 ligands ammonia, 2 ligands are there Cl. So Cl. In this case, see now here, cis isomer. And now we can give the number also here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2 is the cis isomer. And 1, 4 here, 1, 6 is the trans isomer. So in this case they are opposite. Now here they are adjacent. In case of octahedral complex, this is the shape having 6 corners. So when they are when the two groups of atoms present 1, 2 position, then it is known as cis isomer. When they are present 1 and 6, 1, 6, this becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 6 opposite, trans isomer. So in this way, in octahedral, cis isomers and trans isomers are there. And another example here is a platinum NH4Cl Br. This is the type of Ma4Bc type. 3 ligand A, B, C, monodentate ligands. And here 4 are ammonia, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now Cl, Br, Bc, Cl, Br. So 4 are different types of cis isomer because similar groups are present on the 1 and 2 position. Another trans now here, Cl are present, here ammonia are present oppositely. See now here. Therefore, this is the trans isomer. Another example is there, that is a CO, En twice Cl2. En is a ethylene diamine. 2, this is bidentate ligand. This is monodentate ligand. And this is the type of MAA2B2 type. And this is cis isomer because here Cl are present only 1 and 2 position. When they are present 1 to 6, 1 and 6 position, then it is known as trans isomer. So this is the bidentate ligand, 2 positions are occupied. 2 donor atoms are there, so forming 2 bonds here. This is 2, and again here 2 in this way. So this is cis and this is trans. So these are the examples of three different types of octahedral complexes having coordination number 6. So octahedral complexes show cis and trans isomer. And next example is second type is optical isomers, also known as enantiomers. And in case of optical isomer, what is now the optical isomers? As we know that this type of isomerism is exhibited by the chiral molecules. That is, molecules which do not have plane of symmetry. These isomers are non-superimposable mirror images of each other. They are optically active and rotate the plane polarized light equally but in opposite direction. The isomer which rotate plane polarized light towards the left, it is known as levorotatory, while that which rotate the plane polarized light towards the right is known as the dextrorotatory. Complexes with coordination number 4 and 6 show this type of isomerism. So here this is known as also enantiomers. Enantiomers have the identical properties. So but they differ in the toward the response of the plane polarized light. So there are two types of enantiomer, two types of optical isomer. So when the plane polarized light rotate toward the right, that is clockwise, is called dextro, and when toward the left or anti-clockwise is known as the levo. So optical isomers are two types, dextrorotatory and levorotatory. So here our example is shown, that is the optical isomer in octahedral complex. Octahedral complex of this is the example COEN thrice, 3 plus charge. So this is bidentate, so 3, so total 6, coordination number is 6. So octahedral complex have, and this is the dextro and this is levo. So here dextrorotatory means here they plane polarized light rotate towards the right, here towards the left. So dextro shown by the D and here means levo, and this is the mirror image of this. Here is the mirror, and exactly opposite figure we get here. So this is dextro and this is levo. So because as we know that this EN is here, now this opposite side mirror image is looking like this. So these are the two mirror images of each other, and this is one example, and another example is there, that is octahedral complex. This already we have seen. And next example is the octahedral complex existing as a both in geometric and optical isomers. So this is the one example here, that is the bis ethylenediamine dichloroplatinum 2 plus complex. In this complex only cis isomer exists as a pair of enantiomer. Square planar complex do not show enantiomer since they have mirror plane and axis of symmetry. Because of that they are not showing. So one example also is given. This is the cis isomer, this is trans isomer, this is dextro, this is levo, this is dextro, and what is now two CLs are there. So they are, so this is the cis 1-2 position, or this is also 1-2 position. So this is isomer, both are the cis isomer, but mirror image of this isomer is given here. So this is the mirror image, and therefore this is dextro and this one is the levorotatory. So both are present in this complex. They are showing dextro and levo. This is the cis isomer and trans isomer, because this is 1-2 cis and 1-6 is the trans isomer. So this is example for here platinum complex show both optical as well as geometrical isomerism. So this is the well-known example showing both dextro, levo as well as cis and trans isomer. Therefore we can say that octahedral complexes existing as a both geometrical and optical isomer. So here there are number of examples are there, but in our syllabus only this is the limited part is given. Otherwise number of examples are there in case of optical isomers. That is we can say that isomerism in complexes with coordination number 4, that is we can say that the tetra coordinated complexes with the square planar geometry do not show optical activity because these contain plane of symmetry. It has been observed that tetrahedral complexes which contain a symmetrical bidentate ligand show optical activity. So this is about the example and complexes. So we have taken some examples, and only one is left, that is the stereo what is the structure isomers. And so structure isomers we will discuss in the next lecture. There are different types of structure isomers. Again, now in case of structural, this is the second type of the isomerism. So today we stop here, and about these structure isomers and their types of structure isomers, how they differ in the structure. They have same formula but differ in the structures. All this part about the structure isomerism and valence bond theory concept that we are discussing in the next our lecture. So today we stop here.